Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kara, and believe it or not, it's time for a new forecast for the month. It's already April. Oh my gosh, this year is going by so fast. And I am here, I've got my Animal Wisdom Oracle card deck, and we are going to check in and see what the energy is like this month, see what we can expect, see what's moving around in the global energy field that is the soup that we're kind of swimming in, and maybe get a heads up about something coming down the pike, whether it's a challenge or it's something exciting and new or it's an opportunity. It could be anything. So I'm feeling this card. And I'm feeling this card. I'm kind of picking them out. I'm sorry you can't see me, but I'm just kind of picking them out from the middle of the deck. So I've got 3 cards there, and in order they are the alligator, the horse, and the spider. Interesting. So I always like to see, look at the cards individually and then look and see, like, what story do they tell? How do we get more insight by looking at these together as a group? What's the synergy between the cards? So let's start with the alligator card. The alligator card, I love the alligator. I just love it so much. So the alligator is really about taking the broad view, the long view, looking out beyond just what's right here, right now. And also a really important thing about the alligator, we think of them as so solitary, which they are a lot of the time. But the alligator that I connected with in the animal wisdom circles, and I'm part of my community, and I look out for the other members of my community, and that includes other species. So I think it's really important to really recognize that you're part of a community and that there are other people, other beings, animals, animal spirit, whoever it is for you that's part of your community that you're connected with. So really tap into that community and really know that you're part of it. My sense is that some of us are feeling really blocked and not part of a community, but it may be because we're not letting ourselves reach out, we're not letting ourselves connect, we're holding ourselves back in some way and not really putting ourselves out there to where we can feel like we're part of the community. So sometimes, it's because of something going on out there, but sometimes it's inside of us. And my sense with alligator this month is that we might be feeling like we want to be part of a community, but somehow we're holding ourselves back. So just give yourself permission to be a little vulnerable and go a little bit outside your comfort zone and connect with a community that is meaningful for you. The next card is the horse. The horse is such a beautiful, beautiful example of embodying love and power. The first time I connected intuitively with a horse, I was like, oh my God, their heart chakra is so big. And my friend that I was with, who's also an intuitive, she's like, yeah, that's how it is. So they are really here to embody and model for us power and love, and power not being force, but being strength and leadership and partnership. Partnership is their biggest thing as they are in partnership with humans. So they are a wild animal that's been not disconnected, domesticated. That's the word I was looking for. But whether they are wild or domesticated, they are really, the partnership is really important to them. And their message to people is to open your heart. And that really goes along with this alligator card, in that if you want to be part of a community, you have to open your heart to that and let other people in. So that follows with that energy I was feeling with the alligator card of like, we're holding ourselves back somewhere. So just let yourself open up a little bit and let other people into your heart. And then finally, the spider. I always think of Charlotte's Web, one of my favorite books when I was a kid. And the spider that I connected with in the Animal Wisdom Circle was just like her. I mean, it was just incredible. So the spider is all about compassionate action, which is what Charlotte did for Wilbur. And that was such compassionate action. It was so giving. and taking action that was necessary and just really stepping up, having an open heart, but really simplifying. So this is a time, it really comes to my mind is the trend right now with all the feng shui and the Marie Kondo tidying up and stuff like that, just really simplifying, clearing out clutter, and just really bringing everything down to its essence. This is a time to be paring down who you are and what you're up to in the world, and maybe simplifying, maybe having less offerings in your business, or less commitments in your life, or whatever it is, but just really coming down to the heart of who you are and what you're up to, so that your action becomes compassionate action. Everything you're doing comes from that place of really giving, taking action because it's what's really coming from you as an impulse from you, not from a should, not from a have to, not because I've made all these commitments and I said I would, but because this is what I love. It reminds me of the Khalil Gibran quote, "Work is love made visible." And so we can, change work for action is love made visible. Have your actions. That would be the spider's version, right? That's the spider's interpretation. Action is love made visible. So take that message with you today. Action is love made visible, and come from that place of taking compassionate action from your heart, from what drives you, from what your desires tell you, from what matters to you, from what you love. So the three cards, alligator and horse and spider. I don't want to get the glare on that too much. I want you to be able to see those. So alligator, horse, and spider are the cards, and they are really calling us to overcome that loneliness inside of us, reach out, be open to community, open our hearts, let other people in, and allow ourselves to take action from our hearts. So this is a really beautiful month in the Northern Hemisphere. It's spring, it's warming up, and everything is kind of opening and blooming and growing, and it's a great time to be opening and blooming and growing yourself, reaching out, but also with that mind to, how can I simplify my life? How can I really be living the essence of who I am without overcomplicating things, without having too much stuff and too much clutter and too many other things in my world. So that's my forecast for April. I would love to hear from you. How does this land with you? Where is this fitting in your life? Do you get a different message from the animals in the cards, or is there a different way to interpret it? A lot of times you guys tell me stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, you're totally right. That really resonates with me, and I completely missed that when I did the reading, and I love that. That's totally awesome. So if something else is coming forward for you, please share it in the comments below so we all can benefit from it. Have a beautiful month, and I look forward to seeing you here next time. Have a great month. Bye, everybody.